Anyone with eyes could have looked at Helldiver, like these games in states of development, and be like, "Oh no, that one, that Helldivers one, that's the one." And you could tell that because the first game was a success on its own on the PS3.
Yeah, but really using AI to get yourself masks generated in your game, why do that when all the kids are out here getting Darth Vader to drop slurs on them? That's what I say. I say clearly the kids are trying to hang out with Darth Vader and watch him rank the races.
I have to admit a certain thrill in what you just said, because I'm curious now. I'm curious.
So
I'm curious about the ranking. I'm not going to look it up. I'm sure it'll be wrong. But I'm curious as to what the robot would thought.
Well, it's real simple. Like any way that you can get around something like ChatGPT's like politeness features is the same way you can get around it for a Vader AI. So,
oh yeah, totally.
So, you know, I think it sounded in the clip like they just asked them to rank the color on its own, and then the colors that they happened to pick, you know, were white, brown, and yellow. You know, so Vader can give his thoughts on that.
Man, this AI generated thing is so cool. I love how every story we bring up that they're like, this is so cool, it's going to save tons of money, is like a complete unmitigated fucking disaster that has assuredly lost them.
Yeah, so, you know, you always get that bit where you're like, okay, like, as soon as you see this, everyone's going to race to get their content because how heinous can it get immediately? Of course.
Immediately.
Right? But then there was like, there was a stream that was like, somebody who had a model in the game that was like, essentially doing like, you know, more or less promotion, got slurred at in the process of using it normally and got sworn at, and the list people have is multiple slurs, swearing, threatened to kill someone in real life, calling Pride Month for the delusional, going into color racing, discussing Chun-Li's ass, making a tier list of races, saying Spanish is a language used by smugglers. It has gone on and on. And
you think Disney okayed that when they signed that for Fortnite?
Well, so James Earl Jones, before he passed, they worked out all this contractually so that his voice would be used legally by Disney for whatever purposes. They've created their own deal where the estate is fine with whatever it gets used for.
Yeah, apparently
right?
James Earl Jones and the family are all like, yeah, do whatever.
Yeah, they got paid. They worked out. Yeah,
good for them. Sure,
they worked out their money. They got paid. You know, it is what they signed off on, and so be it. This is what it is. Fortnite rolled out a patch half an hour later to like tighten up on that stuff, but there's always more. The part then that comes after this is SAG-AFTRA filed a claim, and it's not because like there was any legal issues for using it or you know, because of the context in which it was used, because both of those things are entirely between the estate of James Earl Jones and Disney and whatever.
James was no longer a SAG member when he signed that contract.
Also, you can't be a SAG member when you are dead. Dead people are, you know, that's,
you can't tell me what to do when I'm dead.
Unless we have some new stipulations coming. I'd love to see Fran Drescher explain how corpses are members, but in the meantime, no. It seems that the main deal is that over the years, Disney has had to work with various SAG-AFTRA members who have been sound-alikes for Darth Vader.
Yeah, Vader.
And that has been a known thing. And whenever you do something like this, you are supposed to negotiate with the union to say that, oh, we're changing the deal or we're changing the contract, or you would have a heads up about going in a different direction or whatever would change, as opposed to the people who have done this role before and the expectation that comes with.
To which Disney said, I've changed the deal. Pray I don't change it further.
so so here we are. That was
No,
yeah,
for real though.
yeah.
Chad Vader, day shift manager, the guy who played the Darth Vader in that skit, has been the voice of Darth Vader when James Earl Jones has not been available for a long time. I think he was Vader in fucking Force Unleashed and a bunch of shit like that. He should have been the person to negotiate through the union for this shit. It should be Chad Vader calling me a slur.
Yeah, sure.
If that's what Disney wants, Chad should get paid for his work as Vader.
Now the problem, of course, is Chad would then have to sit down and record every single possible permutation of all the things we're describing.
And money's money, man.
Yeah. No. The whole thing is often this. It seems to be this is a soft launch to test out a like Star Wars companion type of character that you can talk to back and forth, which I'm sure Disney will then unveil at their park or in some other capacity or so. But this is
don't use AI for that. Don't put AI Vader in a suit at Disney World, man.
The deal has been signed and the man is in the ground and the money has already been spent.
One day that thing will be in the park for literally a single day. One day. Some little fucking kid's gonna walk up to him and he's gonna start Mel Gibsoning out, and that's gonna be it.
You know, it's funny because like I feel like recently there's just been a little oh man, Andor's so good energy in the air because you know Star Wars fans are like, oh, we can breathe for a second.
Star Wars fans can
you're not allowed to breathe.